Initially I started off only doing like couture and bespoke pieces, and then in September last year we did our first show at London Fashion Week with Vauxhall Fashion Scout as part of the Ones to Watch show, and that was our first sort of like wholesale, high-end, ready-to-wear collection.
Because your collection is very eco-friendly, and that's a massive part of your ethos about how you design. Where did that come from?
It partly came from an interest in always doing something that's really innovative and cutting edge, and really trying to explore and push back boundaries. So that was part of what interested me about that kind of ethical approach, and it kind of seemed like quite a natural progression to bring those two sort of worlds together, you know, fashion and also environmental consciousness.
Does that affect your actual designs, your actual catwalk pieces?
I think there is a certain view or perspective of ethical, or perception of ethical design, that it will look like a hemp sack or it will look ethical. The way in which actually the ethics of what I'm doing inspires the design is more, much more complex, and actually it is part of my handwriting, but not in the same way that I think people's perception of ethical fashion goes. But I don't set out to make something look ethical. I definitely want to set out to just make something that's interesting and innovative. So it was the idea of taking a line on the body and then actually echoing it in pleating. I took something that could have ended up being very literal and probably, you know, very odd, and it actually translated into really beautiful. I think with the collection we've done, like, I have such a kind of wide handwriting, I mean, and I loved, you know, the prints, when you have very complex prints, it's also really nice to make pieces that, you know, are really just show off the print to its best, and that works really well in like more casual, more contemporary kind of resort wear shapes. You know, it's great fun to do commissions because it really gives you free rein to kind of make something completely out there.
How do you set about finding that inspiration? How does that begin? How does that process of a new collection?
I think maybe a lot of people go, this season I'm going to do this and it's going to be all about this, whereas for me that never happens. It's very subconscious in a way, because it's kind of like, it can be something I see or mis-see. A lot of time I get inspiration from not unseeing something.
What can we say is next for you?
I think what's next is quite exciting. It's going to be very wearable and like, you know, fun and sexy. And then with the main collection, Ada Zanditon, it's a very sculptural aesthetic, and it's going to become, you know, incorporate more of my architectural way of building clothing.
Spring Summer 2011, you've got a new launch, which is ADZ.
Yeah.
So again, tell us a bit about that.
So this season we're doing a contemporary line called ADZ alongside the main collection, Ada Zanditon. And ADZ is going to be really great jersey dresses, oversized pieces, t-shirts, and also some recycled, upcycled pieces. When people see someone who's got a really big passion for something, and really, I think if you really believe in what you're doing, it just shows. And I think that people have a respect for that and want to support it when they see it.